Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do another video about a question I have prompted you with. So, are you excited about the future of this world, or are you dreading it? Well, if you are excited for personal reasons, okay, good. There's nothing wrong with being excited for your future, but think about the world's future, alright? If you're excited for it, you might want to very well open your eyes and take the rosy-colored glasses off your face and take a good, hard, honest look as to whether or not the future of the world is going in a good direction. Now, if you're hopeful for some things that are occurring in this world, okay, that's a good way of looking at it. But you gotta be honest with yourself. Let's be honest for a moment. The future of this world. The future of this world. It doesn't look good. We have environmental factors that could either go really well or really bad. Now, we all know that things have to get bad before they get better. Like the Ice Age. It killed a whole lot of shit. Actually, let's go back further than that. When an asteroid hit Earth, and it made a lot of animals go extinct and die out because it was a lush, beautiful place, wild place with huge, animals we probably will never know existed, and they have, but we don't know whether they did or not, and we don't know about them to know that they existed. If that makes any bit of sense. So, thing is, it had to come to an end. Now, a lot of people freak out like, oh my God, we're all gonna die. No, we're not. If you looked at history and dared to look at all the life, world-changing bits of history and facts, you would find that the most adaptable creature on the planet is a human being. If we can't adapt physically and naturally, we make and invent things to help with that. So that there's that to look at. Also, the strongest survives. Not only the strongest, but when you mean strongest survives, it doesn't mean just your brute strength. It means your mind, your spirit, your intellect, your character. Oh, my hands hurt. It means your adaptability is strength. Survival of the fittest. I'm not saying go vegan or go straight carnivore or learn to live off the grid. I mean, those are great qualities to be able to do. I mean, you've got people that are living lives that you yourself could never think of doing. You got people living in such dire or such grand consequences where you wonder, how did they learn to live like that? How did they adapt? Well, we have that ability to adapt. There's a lot of other animals that can adapt as well. Those will survive, as well as us. I'm not saying we're superhuman. I'm saying we have a very good keen possibility and abilities to help us in surviving. Oh, God, I'm sore. Like me, I'm not used to being so physically active as of late. And I'm adapting. I'm adapting to it. My body's changing for it. Am I suffering growing pains? Yes, I am. Huh. We... It's hard to put these things in words. I mean, a lot of people are crying about the polar ice caps melting. It is a shame, it is scary, it is terrifying, but did you know that as the other ones are as these are melting, there are new ones forming? It's changing. The whole world is not heating up, and the global warming, I'm not saying global warming doesn't exist. I'm saying global warming does exist, but it's not exactly what people are saying it is. Different climates and regions are changing, where some climates are super hot, other climates are turning to be super cold. Like, in North America, there is far more snow, and sooner and more of it. Other aspects of, let's say, America, it's getting hot, or it's becoming more rainy, or, the world, the earth is changing. It's changing what is the North Pole and what is the South Pole. The axis of the earth is changing. It shifts. It's not always going to be the same generation upon generation. In my lifetime, I remember snowfalls that were 3 feet at least. 4 feet. I remember snow going all the way up to my parents' porch, and that was that was in the 90s. And I remember every year, every summer, every spring, there's at least a tropical storm or a hurricane that hits. It's one of those things. Now, for a while, we have not had any tornadoes, and now all of a sudden the whole tornado season is back. I mean, for the longest time, we didn't hear anything about tornadoes, and people were like, "Oh, well, we don't need to really drill on this. We can just simply, live our life and pretend tornadoes don't exist on this neck of the woods." Well, they're back. In fact, we had a tornado. Not a big one, but a very small one. It was just a very bad storm. I would say it's a Cat 2 tornado. Hit around October where I'm at. Halloween of all times. But yeah, I mean, the world's changing. But when you think about our government, it is crooked. It is greedy, and everywhere you look, there's someone inventing some new way to, just get so close into breaching and screwing up our personal freedoms. They're just barely touching it. It's like someone put a do not touch sign on our freedoms, and you see some politician taking their finger, poking it, just poking it. Do not touch. Boop. I touched it. Boop. I touched it. So, and as a society, we've learned to not be able to leave people the heck alone. You know? Not all of us wants to, oh, Jesus. I didn't realize I got a bald spot on my eyebrow. Anyways. Not all of us, know how to leave people alone. It's like, it feels good to, like, poke a sleeping bear, It's like, poke, okay, I'm safe for this time. Poke, okay, I'm safe again. Poke, oh shit, it's awake. It's going to maul me to death. I, for one, am both excited and dreading the future of this world, because I'm excited if it takes a turn for the best. I'm dreading if it takes a turn for the worst. Well, the worst. Sorry. I still have a speech impediment where I say words wrong, like worse. If it takes a turn for the worse. One can hope that our future is solidified, and one can hope that, everything's just going to be okay. But you can't just sit there and pretend certain things aren't happening. Like, I've noticed, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've noticed an increase in numbers of children and teenagers being abducted. Not so much as adults, but infant up to 16, 17 years old. I have noticed an increase of numbers of abductions. I ain't talking about aliens either. I mean, this is why the aliens won't talk to us. We can't get our act together. They don't want to talk to you because you don't have your shit together. Another thing. Since I've noticed that, I've noticed a lot more people are turning a blind eye to it, like, oh, it won't happen to me, until all of a sudden you wake up, little Johnny or little Betty is missing, and you're like, what the hell, where'd they go? Well, did you know, have you checked your child's window lately? I know an 8-year-old knows how to figure out and unlock a window. I have seen it. I've seen it. And my heart got up in my throat, too. I'm like, close the, get away from the window. So, but yeah, it's, you never know. I'm just turning some air on. Okay. So, that has gotten worse. Another thing that's gotten worse is, a lot of us are too trusting to new people. And let me explain. You notice how we got these people running for, like, Congress and office and whatever government, whether it be judicial, executive, legislative seats of our government. I've noticed that we are super trusting to people that we never even heard of. They just look interesting. It's like, okay, do you know them? Do you know where they came from? Do you know their history? Do you know where they went to college? Where's the track record? Oh, it's a new job. It's a new job for them. They need a chance. No, this is not applying for Walmart, and this ain't applying for, I don't know, Applebee's. And this ain't the kind of job where, oh, you gotta start somewhere, might as well start there. No. This is our government. This is our future. And half the candidacy, I've noticed, are so freaking new that I know that if they got the job, they'll sit there in the office and play with the pencil sharpener going, oh my God, I finally got it. I can't believe I finally got it. What do I do first? Let's sharpen these pencils. Yeah, okay. It's like, okay, no. That is not... I mean, you wouldn't... It's like this. You wouldn't take a fresh-faced high school student that just finished high school. You wouldn't take a fresh-faced high school graduate and give them the job that they just say that they want. Like, oh, I want to be a therapist or a psychologist. And you just put them in some kind of clinic where people desperately need psychiatric help to have this fresh-faced high school graduate. Okay, sure, they may want to really help people, but are they qualified is the question. Are they qualified for the job? You don't know, because these people are taking leaps and bounds just to basically skip a step and just go in the big program, you know? That's not how things are supposed to work. Now, I've already told everyone, I am neither one of these things. I am not Democrat. I am not a Republican. I am not a conservative. I am not a liberal. I'm hardly even Tea Party. Because I have yet to find a party that fits my passion, my feelings, my thoughts, my opinions. I feel that we, need to start over on this, because there's so much crooked crap going on that it is ridiculous. And there's a lot of people that blindly follow a lot of candidates. And honestly, it's crazy, because the information about a candidate is right there, black and white, right there in front of your face. And there's people like, oh, it's just lies. Really, there's proof. There's obvious proof about it. I don't see no proof. And it could be right here in front of your face, and these people don't see it. And it's like, how do you not see this? You don't want to see it. That's the problem. I don't know what to do to get it through to you. But you know what? You have your opinion. I have mine. You stay over there with it. I stay over here with mine. I don't argue. I do not debate. You start arguing and debating, I'll be like, okay, that's your opinion. And then I leave it at that. If you keep going, I just simply ignore it. I just simply ignore it. Because it's your opinion. Everyone does not have the same identical opinion. It's going to be different in one way, shape, or form. Every once in a while, you'll find someone that has the same opinion as you do. Every once in a while. Like, I guess you could say every now and, like, the same time frame as, what is it? What's the name of that? Halley's Comet. Halley's Comet. That's pretty much the time frame, I guess. Or a lunar or solar eclipse. Every now and then of those time frames, you will find someone that has an opinion just like yours. And if you love them for it, hey, more power to you. At least you're not alone, right? But you gotta have a healthy outlook on it. You gotta have a healthy outlook. You got to remain open-minded. Because if you close your mind up, you are not progressing, you are not bettering yourself. You're not making yourself any stronger. by closing yourself off. I call those people turtles because they stay in their shell and they will not come out. They will not come out, even if you stick a needle up their butt. They're not coming out. So, with that being said, oh my gosh, I am having a heck of a time with my eyelashes going in my eye. I, for one, am sick and tired of it. Sick and tired of it. And I want it to stop. So, food for thought. Open your eyes. Look around. If you don't want to go far back as I did about talking about dinosaurs and how they had to deal with change, think about this year. Think about 2018 and think about 2019. The whole entire year, what happened and what occurred. Think about it. You got to, because, oh my God, things have happened that I thought never would. I'm only 32 years old, and I've witnessed huge change. Huge change. It's a little terrifying, but hey, we're here. I'm at the point where if someone tells me the end of the world is coming, this is the beginning of the end, and I'm just like, okay, freaking out about it and harping on it and talking about it, what is it gonna prove? Especially to someone who already knows. I mean, I know. It could be. It may be. It could not be. Or maybe it's not. Who knows? Nobody will know the end of the world. Nobody can predict when the end of the world will happen. Thing is, the end of the world may not be what you think, where everything just either dies off or, or maybe the world blows up. It could mean the end of this version and the beginning of a new one. No one knows. And you know what? You gotta have faith, and you gotta trust that the powers that be have your interests in heart. That's all you can do. And if things change dramatically for you, you've got to roll with it. Because if you don't change with it, you suffer from it. I mean, for instance, if, I'm having a heck of a time. My eyelashes. Give me tissue. Okay. If you don't roll with it and go with it, you're going to suffer for it. And you're going to be in a very bad place. And it would break my heart. Even if I don't know you, it would break my heart to see someone struggle like that. Change should not be that scary. Yes, I know we want to settle and be comfortable. But we aren't made for that. We aren't made to settle. Well, I hope this helps someone out there. And don't be afraid. Alright? Love and light to you all, and I wish we all have a really good day today.